It's your girl Lala, aka the baddest woman on YouTube, and thank you so much. Welcome to Lala's Empire. First and foremost, oh God, excuse me, this ponytail. My bad, y'all. Thought I was prepared, but I'm not. Okay. If you are new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and click on the description box down below. Subscribe, like the buttons down there somewhere. Also, click on the notification bell so you get alerts that I upload a new video. Follow me on my social medias. I'll leave that in the description box down below. And also, cop my merch. Now, this is 2019. This is my last wrestling review of 2019. This is kind of overdue because I've been busy. So I'm over here to discuss about tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view. I did actually watch the kickoff. There's actually only one match. It was the match with Humberto Carrillo and Andrade. So with that match, I'm not even gonna lie, these two went at it. Like, at it. At first, I thought Andrade was gonna win the match. But then Humberto Carrillo was taking that man to school. Even when he had Zelina at, Zelina Vega, she liked to be on the ring side, like stir a little pot a little bit. But at the end of this match, Humberto Carrillo ended up winning. So don't get me wrong, Andrade, he had it in the bag, but man's fell out short. But the match all together, they both had luchador skills. So I'm not gonna lie, this was a great match to watch. Now, however, I want to go ahead and start with the kickoff when they had the panel. Some of these wrestlers were disrespectful. Lana talking about she wanted to snatch Charlie Bald. The Revival got at Booker T because they was talking about AOP. Think about it, AOP is rolling with Seth Rollins. AOP ain't nothing to play with. So I guess the Revival felt some type of way. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure you cop this if you're looking around my merch, Wrestling Tee. I also will be covering that very shortly. Make sure y'all cop that as well, that mug. But yeah, they was all over the place. They was all in their feelings. Now, the day after TLC, all of a sudden now, Lana asks Bobby to ask her to marry him. That was just too much. I didn't understand that part. But anywho, now we can go ahead and talk about the tables, the ladders, the chairs match, the Revival versus the New Day. Pretty much throughout, all in all, the New Day ended up retaining the titles because the Revival thought again they had it in the bag and they did it. They won. So congratulations to the New Day for retaining. And they're still the tag team champions as we speak. Now we have Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black. Now you guys remember, Aleister Black is telling people, hey, come pick a fight with me, come pick a fight with me, come pick a fight with me. And Buddy Murphy took it as a joke. I think he took it as a joke. I think he did. And because of that situation, it didn't go on too well. Because pretty much Aleister Black took this man to school. Even though he ended up bleeding, I think. There was a lot of people that were just bleeding after these matches. But yeah, he took Buddy Murphy to school, so I don't know what's next with him. Aleister Black ended up winning, so who's going to be next in line to pick a fight with Aleister Black? My thing, I said the next person is going to be a long time too. I will say The Fiend, because they both dark. So that's going to be a while though. Y'all heard it first. It's going to be a while. Then you have the Viking Raiders. They end up doing an open challenge, and the OC end up showing up. I'm not even gonna lie, the OC was giving it to the Viking Raiders, but then after, then again, fell short. The match wasn't even that bad. It was very simple. I would say though that match should have been on Raw, not at TLC. It was very simple. It looked like something that you're gonna be watching at Raw, so I would give it like a 7. I meant to say though, the Buddy Murphy match versus Aleister, I would give that like an 8.5. But matter of fact, with the Viking Raiders match, they fell off short, but it was so bad to the point it was a double count out because they was both just out there down on the ground. It was finished. Now, King Corbin versus Roman Reigns. This situation got too out of hand. of who's the better leader of SmackDown locker room. It was either Roman Reigns or King Corbin. And this whole thing traced back to Survivor Series because I guess the time Roman Reigns beat up King Corbin, causing him to get a count out. I mean, get, eliminated. But Roman Reigns ended up winning for SmackDown Live, so I don't understand why it was a big deal. Then they took it to a whole new level. They tried to embarrass Roman Reigns. Even did like a puppy dog mascot, which that was just so wrong. They didn't need to leave that man alone. Let him be great. They even put dog food on this man. But the joke was on them when Roman Reigns ended up going after them. Well, after them, I think the security. And now Roman Reigns, let me tell you something about this match. This match was just straight like Roman Reigns was giving it to King Corbin, but it was too many interruptions. You got Dolph Ziggler involved because it was a no disqualification match. Then somehow the Revival came back. I guess there was a little salty after the New Day match. Then the hell with King Corbin's security. So Roman Reigns just lost. Lost. Now, the next match I want to go ahead and talk about, even me, it was kind of odd to watch. It was a match with The Miz and Bray Wyatt. So you're thinking, okay, The Miz is going against The Fiend, right? Throughout the story, the promo, you see that The Miz is going against Bray Wyatt. It was so weird. I swear to God. I had to like let it marinate in of what I was watching. The Miz comes out. His head is like here, there, because Bray Wyatt came after his family. Baby Monroe, poor baby. And had some ugly doll in the crib. Maurice all pissed off at the camera, like, yo, get out. Like, she's mad. And Bray Wyatt comes out with his song, not the Fiend song, the one with, the Playhouse song, and I'm like, he's coming out, he's like, hi, everybody, like, shaking hands, hey, everybody. I'm like, this is really happening. So, as the bell rings, The Miz is giving Bray Wyatt the business. Bray is like taking them punches like, no, dude, I don't want to fight. But then Bray ended up like somehow fighting back a little bit. And then Miz was just giving it to him again. And then Bray gave him the Sister Abigail and he won. So you're thinking, okay, it's going to be over, right? No. When I tell you, Bray Wyatt already retained the title. You see, like, a picture of the Fiend on the Titantron, and Bray Wyatt's like, okay, I'll do it. You see this big ass, that big ass mallet that he used on his shows, right? He was about to use that on The Miz, and all of a sudden, you see some hooded gentleman, and I'm thinking, that gotta be Daniel Bryan. We haven't seen Daniel Bryan to the point when he got dragged down the ring to the pits of the abyss. He comes out, he beats up Bray Wyatt. I mean, his face is shaved, his head is shaved. Like, he looks like, kind of like when he started out in the very beginning of WWE, except for he still kept his beard, but it's like trimmed down now. So when he was about to hit Bray Wyatt with the mallet, lights cut off. But he left his title in the ring, so Daniel Bryan picked it up, looked at it, put it down, and left. So my thing is, he is, hey, man's might be going for the title. That SmackDown Live title looks dope, because probably because blue is my favorite color, so FYI, just so you know. Now, the next match I want to go ahead and talk about is that situation with Rusev and Bobby Lashley. Ciao. I was just like, I just want them to put a nail in the coffin with this situation because I felt so bad for Rusev. How in the God's green earth? Your girl, at the time, your wife, is over here tonguing somebody else's son. Like, I didn't understand that. And she's like parading Bobby around with Bobby Lashley. She's like, I'm grown. I ain't trying to be petty. She does so much stuff to Rusev. She lied that she was pregnant. I'm like, Lana, girl, if you over Rusev, just sign the papers. Restraining order or restraining order, restraining order. Rusev was like, okay, let me sign these papers, but I need a man. I want a match with your hot boyfriend, Bobby Lashley. So we're like, okay, cool. So throughout the match, Rusev was giving it to Bobby, but Lana ended up freaking helping later on because she knew her hot boyfriend was going to lose, and Rusev ended up going through a table. Poor baby. That match, whew, it kind of brought me back to the Attitude Era a little bit, because you know they used to have like those type of drama type of matches. And then the next match I'm going to bring up is, let's just say, my enemy of my enemy is my friend. The match I'm talking about is Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch teaming up against the Kabuki Warriors. So you know Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch do not, and I mean do not, like each other. But they had the same problem. It was the Kabuki Warriors, and the Kabuki Warriors consist of Kairi Sane and Asuka. Them two girls were the whole thing with the green mist. I'm like, ooh, I don't want these problems. So now it was the tag team titles is on the line, and now, you know, we're thinking, okay, we got this. You know, Charlotte and Becky could get along, but unfortunately, even though Becky Lynch put Kairi Sane through a table, and these girls was like ripping into each other, the Kabuki Warriors ended up retaining the titles. And that match wasn't even that bad. It was like, you know, I give that match a 9. A simple 9. Then I don't know what happened, how this came about. But even during, I'm going to say after the Rusev and Bobby Lashley match, you have, you know, the swag of NXT. Well, no, I'll call them the swag of Raw now. You know, Montez and, I forgot his friend name. Hold on. Oh, I forgot the tag team name already. Montez Ford and his friend in the back, they chilling, they minding their business. And all of a sudden, they were getting bum rushed by a bunch of people. Bunch of wrestling, pretty much the men's locker room in the back. They started a brawl in the back for some reason. A whole big brawl. I mean, a brawl in the back. And it was with Raw, SmackDown, men's locker room. And then in the end of, I would say towards the end of after the Kabuki Warriors and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch match, you see these men, you see them like they're in the brawl. They took it outside of in the audience. Like you see that little gap right there. So the only thing I can think in my mind how it ended is pretty much they're preparing for the Royal Rumble, which is in the year 2020. So it was a big ass brawl in the back. That was like foreshadowing right there, preparing for the Royal Rumble 2020. Everybody wants to be that top dog, the big one. That, you know, they want to be that #1 contender for Raw SmackDown title. You feel me? But, you know, that's all I gotta say about the Tables and Ladders Chairs pay-per-view. I would say this was not a bad pay-per-view. Throughout, all in all, some of it was slow, some of it was like cringeworthy. And throughout how it ended, I will give it on average an 8.5. Till then, you guys, see you guys next year with new reviews and new wrestling content. And by the way, if you are in the Georgia area, I'm going to say this now and I'm going to leave the information down below. Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment is having it's called Show of the Year 6. I'm going to leave the information down below where you can get the tickets. It is on December 29th. Show of the Year. Go get your tickets. Don't say I didn't invite you. Till then, bye.